but I really can't picture my life without him. So I hope that things just continue to get better.
Can somebody please explain to me how this is possible? How is Amanda sitting there and telling us that she can't imagine or picture her life without Razvan, when this whole time her whole agenda has felt as if she didn't even want to be with him? It wasn't until the friend said, hey, when I look at you, I don't feel like I see love. All of a sudden, she finally sleeps with him. We fast forward, and then now she's like, you know what? I actually don't want to be with you. It's not going to work. He then obviously breaks down and pours his heart out about how he feels betrayed by her and all that kind of stuff and misled. And then now, all of a sudden, yeah, I just can't see my life without him. So when I meet the family, I hope I can make a good impression. It's as if like her life or her choice for men is driven by being competitive. If somebody challenges her love for something, she has to go out of her way to prove it because she doesn't want to be wrong. She wants to make sure everybody else feels dumb. Like, what's wrong with this woman? Why has she got such an ego? It's evident that you have shown us that your attraction for him has been bare minimum. Your affection for him has been bare minimum. You wanting to be with him has been bare minimum. You trying to make things work in the most positive way has been bare minimum. You trying to understand things from his point of view has been bare minimum. But all of a sudden, a few people come here and there and say a little thing here and there, and then boom, I can't see my life without him. Jesus. Haha. This is the kind of woman, men all out here, maybe even women. This is the kind of woman you want to avoid. There ain't nothing pure about her one freaking bit. Tell me otherwise.
Eu am simțit că nu îl iubește.
You felt that she doesn't love me.
Ne-a durut foarte mult ca și părinți.
It's funny because Amanda meets the family and then she's like, hey, so can you ask your parents why didn't your mom get along with your ex-wife? I need to know. It's crazy because as the parents are explaining, or at least the dad is explaining, everything he's saying, it's like, it sounds like he's talking about Amanda. They talk about, oh, we didn't feel like as if she loved him. Oh, we felt like as if she was a bit too bossy and she was trying to control him. She was trying to make him into what she wanted him to be rather than allowing him to be who he wanted to be. Amanda's sitting here right now with his face looking like, yeah, if I wasn't a narcissist, I'd agree with everything you're saying right now because it sounds like you're talking about me. You just met me.
Been hurt.
Sorry.
You know, I feel like, to be honest, to see his parents break down like that, it just shows how much they love him and how much they just want him to meet someone who's going to allow him to be him. And that is hell awesome. That is hell awesome, man. During parents that are trying to have the best interest for their son because they know they deserve the best, and that is phenomenal. But you know what's so crazy though? It's what's to come next. In terms of what the parents feel about Amanda. You know, in terms of like the fact that it kind of feels like deja vu, shall I say?
Do you think we match?
Well, I don't know. You told me different things.
No, I didn't.
It's funny though because obviously in this situation here, the parents did say that they just didn't feel like me and my ex matched. So then she asked the questions he heard, do you think we match? And it's funny because this goes back to what I said at the very beginning of the video.
Yeah, a couple of days ago. You told me exactly, we don't match. That was the same. But we don't need to speak about that.
Precisely. Isn't that interesting? Even Razvan remembers that a couple of days ago, you literally said that we don't match. And now all of a sudden you're telling us that you can't see your life without him? Right. She must think everybody's got amnesia or something. Wow, Miss Little Golden Child and all that, yeah? Is that you? Idiot.
Dar părerea mea e că între ei doi există o energie, dar este...
When the parents can see that the energy isn't correct, that's not a good thing. They're meeting you for the first time and they already know something's a bit off. I think, to be honest, I think Amanda's been used to being around people that are yes people. People that always make her feel a certain type of way. And now she's in a world where people are like, we see through you. And boy, it's challenging her. And because it's challenging her, she has to prove a point. And that's why she has to be out here on social media saying, look, we're still together. Look at this, look at that. Always trying to prove a point because she knows that she's a phony.
Un pic mai greu. Nu este, am o impresie 100% bună.
Boom, bam. You're getting the same reaction from his parents, you're getting the same reaction from his friend, you're getting the same reaction from the audience. Amanda, you are the problem. But hey, whether or not you see that is a different conversation. But like I said before, when it comes to Amanda and her emotions and her feelings and how she wants to conduct herself in this relationship, it is always based on proving other people wrong, never necessarily based on the fact that does she actually generally care and love for Razvan? That is the golden question. And to be honest with you, I don't think we're ever going to get the answers because Amanda is Amanda.
Reminds me the problems that I have with Amanda. Sometimes when I'm with her, I cannot be 100% me because if I'm doing something wrong, we will get another fight. And
so now here comes my beef, and this has always been my beef with Razvan. I just don't understand why you would continuously be with someone or plead to be with someone or to be emotional with someone that reminds you of your ex. He's already said this, like within the first or second episode of him appearing. He really started talking about how Amanda was giving him vibes of his ex. You know, the whole idea of where she didn't want him to be in music videos, kissing other women, how she didn't want him to do anything kind of sexual, all that kind of stuff. All the things that his ex didn't want, Amanda was already showing those traits. So my biggest issue with him has always been, and always will be, why are you still with someone that gives you the same vibes as your previous partner? Someone that you find to be bossy, someone who you find to be trying to control you, someone who you blatantly can see doesn't always necessarily show you actual affection. We know that you're a man that loves affection. You love to feel it all the time. It is very evident, hence why you're probably sensitive as well, because you love that emotional reassurance, you know, whether it's physically or emotionally, do you know what I mean? And Amanda hasn't given you that most of the step of the way, but yet you still continue to want to be with this woman. Make that make sense. That blows my freaking mind. That's why sometimes people are like, man, I don't understand your point of view. No, I'm trying to tell you something here. The reason why I find it so hard to feel sorry for this man, let alone respect him, is because he's choosing to still be with someone that is legit a clone of his previous person. That is called not moving on. That is called not actually having self-care. That is called rushing yourself from relationship to relationship. And I don't mean as in like he had a relationship here and he went into a new one like straight away. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the gap between his previous relationship to this relationship had no healing in the middle. There was no a point where he was like, you know what, before I decide to be with the next person, I must make sure that I have my boundaries in the right place. And those boundaries, I got to make sure that they are not crossed. Man comes into his relationship with no boundaries, and pretty much even if he had any boundaries, every single one of them have been crossed, and he's still here crying and saying, why are you mislead me for? Why are you doing, you know, this is not what you told me. Listen, if you figure that she lied to you, if you figure that she misled you, instead of crying about it and trying to confront about it, be on your way. Don't waste your time with someone that reminds you of your ex. That's the bottom line. Why would I want to waste my time with someone that reminds me of my previous partner that I don't want to be with? Make that make sense. Why? It's a waste of time. And now you're out here wasting tears. For what reason? Why are you wasting tears on a woman like this? Like, bruh, check yourself. But anyway, it is what it is, man. Amanda's a freaking, what's the word I'm looking for here? I haven't got the word for it. But in a nutshell, without knowing what the word is, Amanda is just someone that legit only rises up to the responsibility of wanting to be the only one involves proving other people wrong, and that's it. So therefore, she doesn't love you, she doesn't care about you, and you need to run. You guys let me know what you're thinking. We'll talk about it. Peace.